Hello folks, Chaos Zero Nightmare is out on global and it is a fun mix of Slay the Spire roguelike deck building runs with the tiniest sprinkle of Darkest Dungeon, enemy aesthetics, and the sanity mechanic. Even though this is a new game, it shares a lot of similarities with other gacha games. The closest one I can make a direct comparison with is actually Honkai Star Rail, which is what I'm gonna do. I'll be explaining all the aspects, modes, and features of Chaos Zero Nightmare with the Honkai Star Rail equivalent. First off, the characters. The playable units are either 4-star or 5 stars, so no difference there. However, CZN decided to swap the colors. So the rainbow purple outline is for the 5-star characters, while the golden one is for 4 stars. Yeah, it's a little weird at first, but okay. There are also 5 elements in CZN compared to the 7 elements in Honkai, and the element the enemies are weak to are right next to the health bars. So far I've only seen enemies with 1 weakness including bosses, so that might just be it. And instead of the 8 different paths, we have 6 classes in CZN, which basically splits the unit's playstyle. The Vanguard is your preservation tank, a controller is the healer, the psionic class is your nihility dot, and so on. The class also dictates which weapons or light cones you can receive the special effects from. But instead of a light cone, CZN has partners, which are essentially another unit that helps you in the background. Leveling your characters and partners requires materials from the simulation in CZN, and the simulations are broken down really easily. The order by generic EXP, character materials, partner or Lycon materials, the talents, which is potential, memory fragments, which is your relics and artifacts, and challenges, which is your weekly boss. And you can only do the weekly bosses 3 times a week, so very similar stuff. When leveling your units, the game will automatically combine the missing materials if you have enough, or ask if you want to spend the generic currency to substitute the materials. This is a nice quality of life that took some time to get integrated into the other Hoyo games. Now we have your battle missions, which is pretty much your memory of chaos. You gotta beat the waves of enemies within a certain amount of turns to get all the points. And the chaos manifestation is your simulated universe. The chaos runs is also the most unique part of CZN, which is where the main roguelite feature comes in play. You go to stages after stages, fighting enemies, encountering events, and getting your units stronger. And if you beat the main boss at the end, all the equipment and card upgrades that you got for each character are saved separately, and you can save those files to have that loadout when farming other stuff in the simulation mode. This is similar to the orb and rope farming in Honkai, where you can load all the blessings and curios from a run, but instead of all or nothing, CZN saves each unit separately. This means you can do a chaos run focusing all the upgrades on one character, and then save their super juiced up version at the end. Next up, the gacha banners. They look and behave exactly like Honkai Star Rail. If you squint your eyes, you won't even be able to tell them apart. The limited unit and partner is on top, your standard banner is below that. Each pool costs 160 stellar jades, or in this case, crystals. You can also select a standard 5-star character after 300 pools, and the shop also looks the same. You got the monthly package that gives you the crystals every day, and also don't forget to buy the 5 extra limited and standard pools every month. Sadly, there's no 40% discount in this shop. There is one difference, which is this prism module banner, and this banner is purely for cosmetics. You can select a character as your rate up whether you own them or not, and when you do get the prisms, you can change the cards from the static image to half motion. And that's all it does, it just lets you see cards move around instead of having a static picture. Once again, this is purely cosmetic, but there's not really an equivalent in Honkai Star Rail. Finally, we have Arc City, which is a little different from Honkai. You can hang out with 3 characters a day and give them gifts to increase their affinity for some extra stats. This is actually very close to Nikke and the base management part of the game. There's an upgrade tree here that will take a long time to slowly upgrade, since a lot of it is waiting for IRL time to pass before you can advance farther. And here's also where you can buy food and coffee, which is the same as Zenless Zone 0. The food gives buffs for several fights, and the coffee recovers some stamina once a day. There's an option to get 80 stamina or a consumable that stores 60 stamina. Unless you're capped on stamina and don't feel like spending 5 to 10 minutes a day to do your dailies, never buy the consumable since you lose 20 stamina in that deal. And that about covers up all the main game mechanics in CZN. I didn't bother touching minor similarities like Genshin's story quest equivalent with tokens to unlock the quest, but you get the idea. No need to be afraid of a new gacha. It will feel right at home with the dozens of other games that has been using this proven system to earn them a bunch of money from starving players. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and as always, have fun out there. Actually, I don't know what they call the player in CZN. I think it's captain or something. If you know what the player is referred as, let me know in the comments and I will correct the outro with the proper name and verbiage. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care for now.